And this is where your practice becomes your practice. The verb becomes the noun. Your practice is your work. Your work is what you think of yourself. And if your thoughts are just running wild and crazy, oh, that's ridiculous. I could never do that. I could never have a house like that. I could never travel there. I just can't. I don't have the money. I could never make the money. I'm not good enough. Those are the stories that you've told yourself. If you want to do those things, you can do them. This is where affirmations come in. This is where we hear it all the time. What's your mantra for the day? When I very first decided that I was going to change my life, I wrote affirmations every single day. It got to a point where I called it my mantra, and I got so good at reciting what it was because I would look at it at least twice a day. And it got to a point where I could recite it. It was almost like a defense. So when those negative thoughts would come in, I was like, oh, I got one for this. And this is where I say this affirmation. But it was something I had to practice, right? It was something I had to do over and over and over again. It has to start with just one thing. Pick the one thing. You start writing and you start talking and you start telling yourself, I am doing these things. And start noticing what comes up. What is the resistance for you? What is the block? What is the thing that's stopping you? Listen to yourself. What are your thoughts about success? It's not always going to look the way you thought it was going to look. What are you feeling when you're talking about it? Money, success, a relationship, a different job, moving, body image. As an energy medicine practitioner, it all comes down to energy. It all comes down to the vibration of your thoughts, your emotions, and the story you're telling yourself. I want to challenge you to be more aware of what your thoughts are. What are the emotions that are attached to those thoughts? And this was why I started in the first place, was because I wanted to help people feel better. I wanted them to know, I want you to know that you don't have to be in pain every single day. And I know that there are so many people out there that want to help you. There's not just one way of healing. I want to talk about all the ways of healing, all the different ways that we can heal this.